Hey everyone, this is Nick from the DragonKill dev team again. Just showing a update video on where we're at with the combat engine and abilities, and been working hard over the past week to try to get this out so we could really start to show a clearer picture of the vision we have for how this game will work and what makes it unique. So what you see here, this new scene, is what you might see in the real game once you enter a dungeon that your team may have traveled quite far to reach in hopes of finding, experience and treasure. You might not be at full health and MP by the time you get here if you encountered battles along the way, and this initial fight is kind of the fight you'll have to break through to get into the dungeon, so it's a little bit harder than what you might find at points deeper in the dungeon, but there won't be recovery between fights, so every fight is going to present some level of challenge no matter how weak the enemies end up being. So there's a couple new enemy types here. You'll see the bats are kind of a very weak and annoying enemy that you can kill easily. They move really quickly and they frequently change targets. There's some mummies here, a few different kinds. The one with two heads in the back is more of a mini boss. And there's a couple skeleton knights here with them. So this is kind of a pretty challenging fight, and this would be kind of representing a newer team of players that don't have a lot of abilities or equipment yet. So I'll go ahead and unpause it, start the battle. I'm actually going to have to kind of play it a little bit to start to make sure that my characters don't die before I can show you all the new features. So, okay, here they come. I'm going to start off by using my warrior's charge ability, which lets him travel and act immediately again after charging to kind of have some good battlefield mobility. I'm going to go and just see if I can kill these bats off real quick to get them out of the way here. So the warrior's going to stay up here and tank this stuff. There's a couple spells that got added. The priest has a healing spell, and the mage has a basic fire attack spell. So there's these green blocks you can see now too. These represent how far your character can move and still perform another action. So my priest, I can reposition and then click to cast my heal and see if we can keep this warrior alive. You see there's cast bars on the spells as well, so at some point we're going to make it so your characters can be interrupted while casting. So that's the heal spell here. And spells are going to be pretty powerful in this game, and since MP will be limited and you can run out on an expedition, you need to be really careful how and when you decide to use your spells. So the fire spell is also quite strong, usually one-shot most weak enemies. So let's see if we can just take out some of these real quick. The archer can ranged attack, but we haven't implemented any projectiles yet. Currently all of my characters have max MP or unlimited MP, so they'll just be able to spam these spells, and I don't think I'd be able to win this fight if it weren't for that. So now that we're working down all the side monsters, we'll take the boss out last. And casters are going to have a decent ability to fight in melee, since they won't be able to spam spells nonstop. Of course, they'll never match, a real melee class. They can't tank very well, as usually my mage might die in the next attack. Okay. Didn't mean to move my warrior out of position there, but the ninja can tank well enough for now. Okay, just a couple left. So, yeah, ideally, you'd want to minimize the amount of spells you use, conserve all the MP you can for harder fights later on. I'm obviously not doing that. So it looks like I'll be able to win this just because I can continually cast. Okay, so we killed them all. At this point, I'd be able to go further explore the dungeon, find treasure, additional encounters before my players end up becoming too weak to continue on, and I have to go home with the loot I found, or end up stretching too far and maybe dying and losing my whole team. Hopefully this gives a little bit better of an idea of what combat will ultimately look like. We expect, each character, of course, to have more than one ability in the future. We'd probably have a selection of up to, maybe 3 to 5 abilities per character that can be swapped outside of combat. So that's about it for the changes we have for now. Yeah, we'll release another video, hopefully next week, with some of the additional changes we're still working on. Thanks for watching.